Hey, hey there, I'm Sable. You might know me from Redguard 7th Legion or guest on GvG Showdown. And I just saw the pictures for the new Obsidian Sanctum Arena, and I want to discuss the Obsidian Sanctum and compare it to the old one, because I was very disappointed about the circle featureless circle pit arena. While it's obviously pretty cool, I've always feared that they're gonna make something that dumb and just make a circle arena with no height differences, no focal points, nothing to play around. And I hope it's obvious for everyone that slight, small, smooth terrain differences are really important for good quality GvG, and Circle Pit doesn't provide it. And the skill floor for GvGs has gone up during the summer a lot. Like, there's no GvGs that end up in a single bomb in this open area and then they just die in the first incoming, every one of them. There's no GvG that doesn't have, okay, bombing here, and then they move here, do something something here, and then move to a different area, like here. There's no GvGs that nothing like that happens. And I know that at least in the top higher end GvGs, they come to play all the time. Like, leaders use these points here to coordinate their CC burst or regrouping or their movement. Like, they are used all the time to advantage. And what is great about this is there's like different areas that play totally differently, and giving different advantages. Like, this is an open area with sort of a caster area here, while this here is very like close paced. Sometimes the fight goes here, very good for melee, sort of, at least. And there's the second area, similar to this but still much more compact. And there's the whole open area. Like, different areas, they play differently. Alright. Okay, and I'll just mention here that it's important that the features are smooth and not hard. Like, these are fine that there's this one corner here. Sometimes the fights can go here. Cool, one corner. But these are like smooth. Hell. This is even a corner. People play around small things like this. They're pathways. They're small chokes. They don't need to be hard and tiny. They just need to be smooth features. This is a pocket. It's not really a hole in the ground. It's a slight variation, and this is already a pocket for people to get caught in. There were some people, so I have odd traits on, so I was ready for battle. Okay, and yeah, let me just list once again why the small map features are and the varied arena shape is important. Like, obviously this is not perfect. Like, this is a bit too long. It's sort of cool that it's long, but it could be some of these features could be more like here. Anyway, but we're not gonna I'm not here to talk about what's wrong in this one. I'm talking about what's cool about these things. So let me just list why small features and shape is important for like good quality varied GvG deathmatch. Like, focal points for regrouping. Like, a lot of regroups happen here up this hill. You can regroup past the corner, and just in these edges a lot of the times. Regroup on hill, regroup border side, whatever. Like, there's a lot of focal points that you can use to direct your movement. And there's the death spots for crowd control and burst. Like this one here, a lot of people down here. This corner, and especially this one, if it ever gets there. Like, there's these spots that you can use to coordinate and really punish people. And then the many locations and clear directions that the leader can use to coordinate the movement. Like, it's very easy to say windmill side, up the corner, up the hill, push the water side, disengage the water side, our side, meet you in the pocket, whatever. Like, there's a lot of things you can describe this, but when it's a circle, can you describe it that much? Not really. Okay, and then there's many locations, and well, yeah, that's what I said already. I'm just reading my notes here. So it's very easy to coordinate the movement, or at least there's a lot of tools, should I say, for the leader to coordinate everything. Then the featureless circle area, like, what replaces them? Is it all just on me, blue side on me, red side on me, gate side? But there are none of these features that you can play around. It's a circle, and then there's these torches or whatever. It's not interesting, and I don't think you can play around with small torches. And I hope it will not come into that. Okay, and maybe something will evolve there, but I do not think... I can't see how it can be anywhere as interesting as these things evolved to be. Okay, so well, while this has its flaws, I could talk about it later. I won't. It's not the point of this. I want to take you on a tour and just tell about you about each feature here, and tell a bit about it, like why this is much better. So this is the east starting point for the team, and then this is the main area for one of the two main, like, brawl. This is like a circle pit area here, very open. So a lot of fighting happens here, big fights, and just straight up head on, pretty much. This is one of the most common two areas for that. And then between these two areas is the choke. Like, this is very awkward position. Does this look like a choke to you? But it is. It does choke people, and there are these slight corners that people get funneled on. People die here, and a lot of people would die here, especially if there was more movement from here. It's not as common, so I would say a lot of people die here. This is so common, and I'm sure other guilds as well use these to describe this as a choke. So get them on a choke, bomb on the choke, whatever. CC on the right, choke. Okay. So this choke divides the two main, most common brawling areas. Like, so this is the second area on the... What side is this? West side. And this was much more open, but this has some features on it. Like, this one is really good one, everyone's favorite, the pocket, or as we often shouted it, or I at least, the juggler. Got them on the juggler. That's where people go to die a lot of the times. If you get locked down here, it's hard to escape because you can't get here. Yeah, so you can get locked down between these, and this is where you die. A lot of guilds die here. This ground is actually still stained from the blood. Okay, so the pocket, the juggler, and then the edge. Like, somehow the fighting, really often, it's some kind of a regroup, or the other team tries to push their advantage by interrupting their regroup here. And this is a very static spot. Like, many guilds, a lot of times it goes into both guilds stand still a lot here for some reason. interestingly. So this edge, a whole different type of fighting. And a bit uphill. Nothing much more here. Bit of a corner, but doesn't come too much into play because people don't usually move up here like this. Okay, this is the... Usually if the fight goes here, the West team has already like pretty much lost, but I've been in a couple of fights that we have won from here. And so this is a fight can push down here as well. So this is a very open area, but this is already more interesting than a circle arena. Like this angle on the ground already gives direction to the fight, and these small variances that you can use to focal point, like this small thing here. You can already regroup here. People will see it. Okay. And then this well, GvG never goes there, but interestingly, we had whole server of course, interrupt our GvG once, and they ended up here. And you can guess they got pretty much slaughtered very badly, locked down. Anyway, okay, let's go back to the other side. Swiftness glyph. So back here, and then this is kind of the caster area a lot of times, but they're also very vulnerable here because it's sort of open area for the harassment thieves, stuff like that, to work as well, mesmers. So it's not like it's safe for the casters, but there's room for them. Then this area here, this is the hill, and this is like the most common regrouping spot. There's not a single time that a guild goes here without casting water. Like first guild goes to regroup, and the other guild really often, I think this is very common for this spot to be like a regular offensive pushing spot. And there's always gonna be water there. Every time. Okay, and from here, the fight really often like directs itself down here to the bottom. Like sometimes the enemy team is regrouping up there, and we are here, and then we clash down here. And there's already this way different dynamic all the time. Once again, a small corner that people use, and the pit here to clash on. And now this here, sometimes the fight goes here, and this is one of the most fragile spots. Like there's not much room for the casters to be. They kind of have to be behind the safety of this choke and their melee. This very fragile spot, but once again, it's whole different than these spots here. So different kind of advantages if you choose to use them. Okay, and then this is the least used area for sure, but this is the true death corner. If you get caught in that corner, it's the hardest corner in here, and if you get caught on it, you're gonna die for sure. And in the earlier GvGs, this area came more into use, I think. We had some good kills here with Redguard. And then this the least used, kind of open but very hard walls. Like you can't go past those. And the most interesting features again are these small areas here, regrouping here, bursting, clashing here, and then these corners here. Funnily, this was actually the the first GvG, I think it's the first GvG ever done, with bring your whole guild, whoever is online, with Redguard and Sin, so Sin? I don't know what's the acronym. I forgot, but it's Sin. Very good guild, old guild. And this is where we fought. This is where the fight ended up. I remember in this corner, and it was fucking hard to play here. But again, interesting, like, we were here, behind this chalk, and we had to dodge down to their flank. They pushed all the way, few people caught here. Yeah, like all these things that happen when the ground is interesting but fair. Just slight variations, nothing too hard. Okay, let me just check my notes if I missed anything. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything, but yeah, it should be clear to everyone how interesting all these, like after the GvG, you're like, yeah, we shouldn't have fought there, we should have moved there, regrouped some other position, like a lot of things. They were totally caught in the pocket, let's say, and there's a lot of things you can coordinate with here, but the circle arena, I don't see how it can be as good. I've played a lot of GvGs. I don't think there's many more who has played more GvG DeathMatches than I have, and just can't see the depth that the circle arena can provide. In the end, through time, it's just not gonna provide as varied and interesting deathmatches. It's gonna be much more circle pitting, just much more clash in the middle, dodge to the side, regroup, and then clash again, you know, circular motion. No plays, hills, corners, chokes, pocket, nothing like that. So, just sharing my disappointment. So, yeah, it's just sad, and to be honest, it's shit. See ya.